Hello, a very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss a map of the town of Garlsdon. So this is the map, what you can see in the picture, and a new supermarket. So we call it S, is planned for the town for Garlsdon. A new supermarket is planned. They are planning a new supermarket in Garlsdon, the town. And the map shows two possible sites for the supermarket. So we mark it S1 and S2. So you can see the picture of the town Garlsdon, and we can see that there are a new supermarket plan is there. And we do have the two possible sites for the supermarket, that is S1 and S2. So let's go with this picture first. You can see that this is the total circumference of the town, and we can see that most of the town is industrial. We can say industries are there in most of the areas. You can see housing areas 1 and 2. That's on the north and south. We have establishments, accommodation, housing establishments, and rest, majority of the area is industrial area. And what we have here in the middle is the town center, which is a no traffic zone. And what we have next is countryside, that's towards the suburban area and the villages. Now we do have the other keys. Two other keys are there. One is a railway line which passes from northwest to the southeast of Garlsdon. And we do have main roads to Hindon, a nearby town at northwest, Bradston, a town at the southwest, Garlsdon, a town at the southeast. So of these towns, the eastern town, that's the Garlsdon, is more populated and it's more distal from Garlsdon. The most proximal town is Hindon. That's it is the least populated town which is surrounding Garlsdon. So that's what we can see, the clear picture here. So what we can see here, as per the plan here, we do have the first site for the supermarket, that is S1, which is near to Hindon at the northwest, and it is near to the housing establishment of the housing establishment at the north of Garlsdon town. So this proposed site is very distal from this town, that is Garlsdon, and this is almost distal from the town Bradston and from the housing establishment at the south. So we have two major advantages here if this thing is constructed here, and that is that it's away from the hustle and bustle of the town, and it facilitates mostly the people of Hindon along with the people from the north of Garlsdon. You can see that is well connected by roads and rail. Now we can go ahead with the second establishment, that is, this is the proposed site for the second supermarket. In the second supermarket, you can see that it is at the town center. That's the most advantage. And it is at the heart of the town. It is at the heart of the town. Anyone can come towards the center. That is favorable for the people from the north. It's favorable for the people from the south. It's favorable for the people from Branston. It's favorable for the people from Cranston. It's little bit inconvenient for the people from Hindon, but they still have access towards it by road. So that's it. So when this is at the center, so it has, and it is accessed to by rail. And we do have one disadvantage here, and that is this is a no traffic zone. So we don't entertain traffic here. We do have only rail facility there. So this is the only disadvantage there in the supermarket, the second side of the supermarket. And let's go ahead with the presentation here. So we have got the explanation. And one thing we do have to see here is the directions. Whenever you see a map explanation, this is very important. And this is the key on which we are framing our sentences, the body paragraphs. So we do have, in a flow chart, we do have sequential words like firstly, secondly, thirdly, next, then. Similarly, in a map, we do have directions like right, left, northeast, south, north, opposite, just ahead. These are directions. In the map presentation, we have to concentrate on these types of directions rather than sequence. Now, let's go ahead with the tense which has to be used. So the Garlsdon, how it looks, it is simple present tense. The plan for the supermarket, it can be written either in simple present tense or in future tense. So it's up to your convenience. So let's go ahead and see the introduction of the presentation. The layout of the town, Garlsdon, and information on the proposed sites of a new supermarket in the town are portrayed in the given map. So what is there in the given map? The layout of Garlsdon and information on the proposed site of a new supermarket in the town. This is what we can see in the picture. This is what we have seen. Now let's go with the layout. What is Garlsdon? Garlsdon is an industrial town. So you can see major portion of Garlsdon is there are industries around. So it's an industrial town with a population of 65,000 people. You can see that here. It is surrounded by 3 smaller towns: Cranston at the southeast, Branston at the southwest, and Hindon at the northwest. So we have seen the geographical features along with population of Garlsdon. Now the first site is planned in the northwestern outskirts of Garlsdon, which is well connected by road and rail. Okay, so this is the side. This is the northwest side. It would be convenient to the town's population at the north and to the 10,000 inhabitants of Hindon. So to the 10,000 inhabitants of Hindon and to the inhabitants of north, it would be convenient. So I have to, sorry, I have to add, it would be more convenient too. Okay. So the second site is located at the center of the town at almost equal distance from the housing facilities at the north and the south. You can see the housing facilities at the north and the south, and it's at the center. Apart from facilitating the town's own population, I don't need the 65,000 because we have already said 65,000. It can be accessible to the shoppers from Branston and Cranston's by main roads. So by main roads, this can be accessed by the people or the customers from Branston and Cranston. Now we have a slight more description there, which have a population of 15,000 and 29,000 respectively. So apart from facilitating the town's own population, so for the 65,000 people plus 15,000 plus 29,000, so it's equally convenient for all these people. However, it has two drawbacks. The first is that it's somewhat far from Hindon and the location is marked as a no traffic zone. So I have to make a small change here. However, because if I calculate, Hindon is the nearest town to Garlsdon and Cranston is the farthest one. So if you calculate, if this is near, naturally this can also be near. So that's not so far. If you calculate, it is convenient for the people there from Cranston. It can be convenient for Hindon too. So it's more convenient if the supermarket was there in S1 for the Hindon's residents. Now let's go ahead and make the corrections. However, the location is marked as a no traffic zone. So it is marked as a no traffic zone. Now this is the drawback there. So we have mentioned the drawback also. I have completed the second paragraph too. What's the final wind up? We wind up. Overall, the second site appears accessible to more customers, both to the town dwellers and to those from the three surrounding towns. So more customers than first one. Okay, so I have added the second site appears accessible to more customers than the first one, both to the town dwellers and to those from the three surrounding towns. So we have completed the task. Okay, so that's the end of the explanation. Thank you.